Hello and welcome to the United Stand. I hope we're all well and I hope this is going to work. We're live in Spain, and big news from Manchester United. I've been speaking to Flex and a few other people about this, and obviously, well, let's start off. Sky Sports are saying that Yerry Mina is now the target for Manchester United because Harry Maguire is not the man. He's not the man. Manchester United are not going to sign him, so that's not going to happen. But Yerry Mina for me is just got a bit people playing a bit of volleyball over there and all sorts. It's lovely, absolutely lovely evening here in Spain, and yeah, just relaxing, but also enjoying talking about Manchester United because I haven't spoke about it all day. So yeah, I mean, look, let's start off with the big one. The big one for me is the Martial story, which I think I've got to be very careful because I know people that I respect who are very sat on the fence about this one, and I also know people who are very angry about it, i.e. Flex is saying, look, Martial's come out and said that his wife, his partner, sorry, didn't go well with the delivery, so that is why he's putting family first, and he's tweeted that out. I think Manchester United have made a big mistake here. I think Manchester United have made a massive mistake here. You cannot... I mean, Neil Custis in The Sun this morning was saying that he's going to get a Sander floor. If I can find you some hot women in bikinis, I will. But it's just a lot of men around here at the moment. And no, I'm not in a gay resort. I know somebody will say that. I'm not. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. Real Madrid are going to sign Martial. No, that's what the taxi driver said today. But it's not going to happen. I'll talk to you about the Maguire deal. I'll talk to you about Milinkovic-Savic. I'll talk to you about Kovacic, and I will talk to you about a lot of other people. You know what? In front of me there, I might spin it round for you. There's a load of people walking along with fans. They're not waving them anymore. But I didn't realise they had fans in the hand. I thought they were waving at me like they were United standers. Anyway, I'm sat in that pub over there with my family. I've just wandered over here onto the beach because the reception's quite good. So drop a like. I never let you down. I will always go live if I can. And yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of break. I think everyone needs a break from United at the moment. Massive season ahead for us, but this Martial stuff is you know, I've sort of taken a step back as I'm getting on the beach and relaxing, and look, I'm a big Anthony Martial fan. I think he's finished at Manchester United, but I also think that this is a bad situation whereby Neil Custis in The Sun has said that they're going to fine him 2 weeks' wages. All I'd say about that is that Graham Taylor from the PFA is absolutely on it like a car bonnet with this sort of stuff. So Manchester United need to be very, very, very careful. And the reality is Tony Martial's come out and said that his girlfriend's struggled with the birth and family comes first. I'm sorry, I don't think there is actually a job in the world that would negate somebody from putting their pregnant partner and their newborn baby above anything. It's football at the end of the day, and it's not the Champions League final, and it's not a title running. This is a bloody pre-season game in America, which Jose Mourinho himself has said was a waste of time. So I just feel that the club are wrong about this. I don't know what anybody else thinks, and I want to be even-handed because I know there's a lot of people really mad on the social media I've read saying Martial's a joke. He's a bloody joke. He should have made a phone call, this, that and the other. The club are right to fine him. I think what's happening at Manchester United here is that we've got a situation where the club are trying to divide fans in relation to Anthony Martial. Ross Dare 91's made a contribution. Enjoy your holiday, you deserve it. You work hard on this channel and committed. Thank you so much. Well, Ross, thanks very much for the contribution. But, you know, at the end of the day, I love doing the channel. I love speaking to you lot. And I love the fact that I've got decent Wi-Fi here so that if anything happens, I can be live because I'm passionate about it, like you all are. And I want to be talking to you lot about stuff, even if it's just for a few minutes every night. I'm out, I've had a few sangrias, Alvino is flowing, the weather is absolutely scorching here. I mean, I'm not great in the sun, I'm a bit fair skinned, so but it's bloody hot, it's hot. But it's funny, I've been in a pub this afternoon. I'm in the same resort I was here about 15 years ago watching England play, and I was just been in a pub this afternoon and they had Real Madrid United on, so I was giving them a little bit. But you know, the Martial situation isn't great, is it? It's not great. He's being forced out of the club, and that's why I've said it's a bit of a transfer nightmare for Anthony Martial, because I think he wants to go. United don't want him to go, and they're now trying to paint him as the... I mean, look, I'm going to be totally honest with you here. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong on this, but my interpretation of this is that Anthony Martial, they're trying to turn us against him. That's what they're trying to do, because they know if Martial leaves, Mourinho's going to get a world of crap. I'm in Mallorca, mate. I'm in Mallorca, Peter. Yeah, Martial, you know, how many people were saying it on the United stand in February, March, April? If Mourinho sells Martial and Mourinho out. So the club are aware of that. So I think they're trying to spin something here. But you can't spin somebody going home to have, when their wife is going to give birth to your child and they have a bad delivery. You can't spin that. You cannot spin that. Look, I'm a married man. A lot of you have got girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. And if they've just given birth to your child and they're not very well, you're not going to get on a plane and go back to play a friendly against AC Milan. You're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. So it isn't. And I think it's a mountain out of a molehill. And I think Mourinho is frustrated with Martial because Martial came out through his agent and had a pop at him. And I think that's what itself. Sunil Power says that Martial himself is to blame. Look, I'm not going to dictate to either of you, any of you. That's not how I do things. You make your own mind up. Personally, I'm on the side of Martial. I'm a father myself, and I'm a married man. And my wife and kids come before anything, absolutely anything. I'd move mountains for them. So I'm with Martial on this. But if you're not, that's up to you, innit? You know, that's what opinion's all about. There's no spider behind me. There's just beautiful, beautiful sea and a lovely... Am I spanning that around the way? Yeah. Hopefully, over the next few days, when I'm doing these, it will get darker. And I'll just be able to show you the lights as well, because it's great. Absolutely, I love being on holiday. I love the Mediterranean. Always have done. Anyway, let me talk about a little bit of transfer news for you. A week tomorrow, let me tell you a little story. A week tomorrow, Manchester United and the rest of the Premier League, the transfer window closes. How's about that? How good's that? It closes a week tomorrow at 5 o'clock and there is nothing going on. So Sky Sports are reporting that we're out of the race for Harry Maguire because he's been involved in the promotional pictures for Leicester City, which means nothing. Schweinsteiger was for Bayern and we bought him. Matic was for Chelsea and we bought him. But Leicester don't want to sell Maguire, so it now looks like we're going to get Yerry Mina or the Colombian Phil Jones. Alderweireld, if we sign him, is going to be the last minute signing anyway, so we'll have to wait and see. But there's nothing going on. There's absolutely nothing going on. For once, it isn't a green screen Jostin Tola. This is absolutely real. In fact, what I'll do in a moment is I'll take you for a little walk down. Sod it, let's go for a little walk down. Yeah, I'm walking down to the beach. I've got to be careful I don't fall in. So yeah, I mean, there was also a story in the Metro today that I found quite weird about Kovacic from Real Madrid, saying that Manchester United have raised an interest in him. You're going to get the sound of the sea now. Listen to that beauty. There's people in the sea as well. I'll tell you what I should do. I've had a few sangrias. I should get on one of them pedalos. That'd be a live stream and a half. Goldbridge drunk on a pedalo, but no, I'm really here. I'm not going in the sea because I'm scared of sharks, but I'm not scared of Man City, that's what they call themselves. But no, Kovacic has apparently turned down Manchester United because he doesn't want to play for Manchester United because he doesn't like Mourinho's style of play. I mean, it's in the Metro, so it's a load of nonsense. I've got a load of sand in my toms, didn't want to do that. And I don't think there's anything in it, to be honest. I really don't think there's anything in it. There's also talk from Milinkovic-Savic. See, I'm on holiday and I still know everything that's going on in transfer news. I'm an absolute saddo when it comes to transfer news. Milinkovic-Savic, Lazio have come out and said that he's never been for sale, but if we got deluded offers, we would probably sell him. United don't need to be in for Kovacic or Milinkovic-Savic. As I said, the US tour's over now. I feel very sorry for the Americans, not because of Trump, but because the tour was a joke from a United point of view. But I'm glad it's over. But the one big thing that the Americans can take from that tour is that if Pereira goes on to be the player I believe he can be at Manchester United, it started on the US tour 2018 and you can claim it. So we don't need a midfielder. We've got Trump. No, we haven't got Trump. We've got Fred and we've got Pereira, and I'm very happy with that. So yeah, good. I mean, I'm not going to throw nonsense out at you. I mean, Transfer Daily sort of has coincided with me going on holiday, that I killed it this morning because I was on a flight. But for the first time in 3 months, as I said last night on the watch along, I wouldn't have had anything to tell you on Transfer Daily this morning. There's no stories. There's nothing to talk about. Rojo might go to Everton. Darmian might be going to Napoli. Yerry Mina thinks he's coming to Manchester United. We might get Alderweireld or Maguire. God knows what the right midfielder is. And that is pretty much, I think, going to be the story until we sign somebody now. It really is. It is. Chris Hill says that Pogba's rumoured to be in talks with Barcelona. Absolutely no chance. I mean, who is the idiot who said that 80% chance he's going to Manchester, he's going to leave? I mean, wherever that came from, it's just absolute nonsense. If Manchester United sold Paul Pogba, let's go home and forget about it. It's, you know, we're not selling Paul Pogba. Never in a million years. He's too important to us. We're not selling Paul Pogba. And to be honest with you, if we sold Paul Pogba more than Martial, because I've accepted Martial was going to go, if we sold Paul Pogba, I'd be absolutely furious. I'd be Mourinho out. I'd be Glazers out. I'd be knitting my own scarf. I would not be happy. Zed Jamie says McTominay and Fellaini will still start ahead of Pereira. Look, McTominay last night was playing as a left centre-back and he was crap. He's not been very good on the tour. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Luke Shaw grasped the opportunity. What do you think? I watched every single US tour game with a lot of you lot. I don't think that Luke Shaw grasped that opportunity at all. He was okay, but Ashley Young's still our left back. McTominay looked worse than ever. Pereira's got to start. We've got Jones, Rashford and Lukaku coming back 3 days early. I mean, that's another thing that irritates me as well. Jose Mourinho is so fast to tell us that Rashford, Lukaku and Phil Jones are coming back 3 days early from their holiday. Phil Jones sat on his arse all World Cup. He should have come back 2 weeks ago. He's done sod all in the World Cup. And I feel like it's a subtle way to dig Martial out. And all I'll say about Martial is, if you don't like him, if you think he's lazy, that's up to you. But don't disrespect him or jump on his back because he's had a kid and his wife and his partner wasn't well. I mean, when you're in that situation, if you're fortunate enough to be in that situation, because I'm a firm believer that one of the big reasons we're on this planet is to recreate, and it is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I can't imagine if I was Anthony Martial, I'm on a US tour, I get the phone call, I'm going into labour, you jump on a plane, you get back to Paris, your girlfriend struggles with birth, and then Mourinho expects you to jump back on a plane and fly back to America to play meaningless friendlies that he has said are meaningless. Sorry, mate, and you're trying to sell me, and you bought Sanchez and shit on me. I'm sorry, mate. My partner's ill, I've just had a baby. Sit down. And I think that's what Martial's done. And if the club were to fine him for that, I hope the PFA jump all over them, because you can't do that. I'm very passionate about that. On the other hand, I respect a lot of people who are very angry about it, and I don't want to be rude about it, but it's all about opinion. It's all about opinion. Chuck me questions. 90 Minutes Football want you on their show. Who is this? I replied on their comments and said anytime, but unless they're going to fly out to Mallorca, they're going to have to wait a week. They're going to have to wait for the United stand. We're a lot bigger than them. He wants to destroy. We are a lot bigger than them. I think we're about 10 times bigger than them. You make us big. 250,000 subscribers we hit last night. 250,000 subscribers. I remember when we had 100. And you lot make it. Absolutely, you make this channel. You're absolutely fantastic. See, this is the sort of nonsense that I don't believe in. Richard Martin says Benitez didn't go to his own father's funeral, but went to the match. What does he want? A medal? You know what? You'll probably get sacked by that club at some point, Benitez, but you won't get another opportunity to go to your dad's funeral. I think if that is true, he's an idiot. An absolute idiot. You go to a football match instead of your dad's funeral. Idiotic. I've even heard people say Jose Mourinho missed the graduation of his daughter. Did he not know that Manchester United were going on a US tour in July? Tough. You're the manager of Manchester United. You know, this is the birth. What if a scenario then, right? Okay. So from what we know, Anthony Martial's girlfriend had troubles with the pregnancy. What if she'd lost the baby and Martial had stayed in America? It's not worth considering, lads and girls. It's not worth considering. All Jose has done is carry on what Van Gaal started, wrong direction. Martial can stay, but he must call and talk about that with Jose, says Malenko. It might get resolved, but my opinion is that Martial has got no respect for Mourinho. Well, it's not even my opinion, I've been told that. And Mourinho is playing a political game, trying to make out that he's the victim, but he doesn't want Martial anyway. So there we go. I'm just going to spin it round a bit, because I love holiday nights when the lights come on. Fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, I really need a holiday as well. World Cup, Mourinho on the US tour, last season, Sevilla. I need a break. But I'm pumped up for next season. I'm pumped up. Week on Friday, Leicester. Here we go again. Mark Maguire has been teased. Gary Neville. I'd love to get Harry Maguire. I'd love to be going live on the beach in my Speedos about Harry Maguire signing in the next couple of days. I'd absolutely love it to happen. I really hope it does. I think Mourinho has used the whole tour to turn the fans against Martial, and it's worked. Marvin Millen. I think there is an agenda, and I don't blame Manchester United for doing that, I must admit, because let's think about it. Mourinho and Manchester United know full well that Martial is a fan favourite. Martial's my favourite player. I'm not Martial FC. Some of the tweets and polls we've put out on the United stand have stunned me how much support there is for Martial. I think Martial FC is a bit weird. I just think he's the only player at Manchester United who gets me off my seat. That's it. It's lovely how it's getting dusk, isn't it? Like a skinny dipping in a minute. What city are you at, Luciano? I'm in Mallorca, mate. So it's an island off Spain. I love Mallorca. I should work for the tourist board. I absolutely love Mallorca. Brian Clough used to love Mallorca as well. That's an interesting fact for you. We need to show Martial our support. We do. We need to support Mourinho as well, though. What we need is some United. We're Manchester United. The proof is in the name. What I really don't like, and look, anybody who's watching the United stand for any period of time will know this. What I don't like is people slagging off players. I don't like it. I didn't like it when Van Gaal did it about what was the Spanish goalkeeper we had? I should know his name. I can see his name now. Skinhead, played for Barcelona. What was the name of the goalkeeper in Van Gaal about this time? It was on the summer tour. He slated him. I should know his name. I can picture him. I hate it. I hate it when clubs do that. And I just had a cameo from my daughter running around. Off she goes. I don't like it. I don't like it when managers, especially Manchester United managers, slag our players because it makes us look weak to the opposition. Victor Valdez, that's his name. Frank Moore was right. So I don't like it when Mourinho does it to Valencia. I don't like it when he does it to Martial. I really don't. And I think it makes us look weak. And I don't like it. I don't like taking sides between Mourinho, Martial, Mourinho and Valencia, Mourinho and Luke Shaw. I just don't feel very comfortable about it. I think a manager should be better than doing that, to be honest. The reality is that the whole show is basically that Anthony Martial's in a bit of a Manchester United transfer nightmare at the moment. I think he wants to go, and the club have got him by the balls. And I think Mourinho wants him to go and wants a replacement, but he's only got a week to do it. We've got a week left to get 3 signings. We're going to be lucky to get 2. We're going to be lucky to get 2. Jamie White says Mourinho is a bully. I think all managers have to be a bully in some ways. I'm sure a lot of you managed situations. I certainly have. And you've got to manipulate people. I mean, bully's bully, isn't it? You've got to manipulate people. Please do drop a like on the video anyway if you've enjoyed this. It's something a little bit different. And I'm actually really proud of how good the stream's been. It's been a bloody perfect, hasn't it? They said this beach was good. Where I'm staying in the hotel, it's crap. But they said this beach was good. And it's good to know that I can run down to the beach 5 minutes and just go live. And there's a bar right across the corner. I'm just off down the beach to do a live stream for 10 minutes. You're half an hour. Yeah, San Miguel's did flow. If Martial goes, it's the end of Jose for sure, Mark, says Gazel Cesar. I think it will be for some people, but I don't think it will be for others. I think if you look on social media, there's a lot of people hating on Martial, and I'm just trying to give that perspective as a man, as a husband, as a father, that there's no way you're going back to America if you've had the birth of your child and your wife or partner's not done well. At this moment, 2 signings would be good, says Chrysia Prince. If Martial goes, then we need Memphis back. Enjoy your holidays, Mark. You deserve it. Great channel, says Gary Reid. Look, I'll be here again at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. It fits in with, we're an hour ahead here, so it's actually about coming up for 9:30 instead of 8:30 UK time. It's 9:30. So we've had our tea and we're out just having a few beers, and there's a big group of us, so me popping off for 20 minutes isn't a problem. How can you work on holidays, says Sahil Gods? Well, I don't see it as work. I don't see it as work. I don't know what's gone on there with a dog and somebody. Weird. I don't know whether a dog's attacked a kid there. don't know. Bit of drama there on the live stream, bit of drama. But Zidane to replace Mourinho. I saw that in the Sun today. That's all I'm going to say. The only interesting story from the Sun today was Neil Custis, who's normally quite accurate with Manchester United. I know a lot of people don't like the Sun, but Neil Custis is quite accurate with United, and he said that Manchester United are going to fine Martial 2 weeks' wages for going home to watch his kid be born and not come back. And I think they'll get into a lot of trouble if they try and do that. I don't think it'll happen. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to get back to the bar and have a sangria. There is literally nothing else to report other than that. But this is the United Stand, this is your channel, and we will be live at 8 o'clock every night. And if anything happens in the day, I'll go live, because it's not a job, it's a way of life. And I love doing this stuff with you lot, and I love talking about the club I love with you lot. So it's not a job for me to run down to the beach or get on my phone for 10 minutes. We ain't got the green screen, we haven't got the graphics, but we've got you, we've got me, and I've got you, babe. It's just started up. I got you, babe. I'm dancing. I'm going to do a bit of karaoke. But no, enjoy the rest of your evening. If anything happens, we'll go live. But at the moment, not a hell of a lot. It really is all about the Martial story. So whack in the comments and let me know what you think. I'll get replying to you a little bit later when I'm lying in bed and everyone else is asleep and I'm lonely. But no, seriously, get in the comments below. Which side are you on, Martial or the club? I'm interested to know. Thanks for watching, drop a like on the video, and I'll speak to you all soon.